This is yoga sculpt. We're going to need a strap for today. We'll use that for some stretching in between. If you don't have a strap, you can grab a loop band, you can grab a t-shirt, a towel. We'll also need a set of blocks, likely just one but two just in case, and then a set of medium and or slightly heavier weights. I'm just going to grab a few just so I have some options here. When you do one move, it's okay, but when you do it 20 times, you get the idea. All right, let's go ahead, and we're actually going to start today in a seated position. So grabbing that block, if you don't have a block, you can always use a pillow or a book. We're going to have a seat on that block. Now, of course, you can always just have a seat on the floor. Having a seat on the block just allows us to open up our hips a little more. You can bring your knees crisscross applesauce, soles of your feet to touch, anything that's comfortable for you in this workout today. Oops. All right, from here, just focusing on your breath, bringing your palms towards your knees, deep inhales and exhales in and out through your nose, building that heat within your body. And again, just a seat on the block. No additional equipment is needed. You can also have a seat on the floor, maybe closing your eyes. Again, deep inhales, deep exhales. Set of light to medium weights, set of blocks, and a strap or an alternative like a towel, shirt, or a band. Trying to keep your lips sealed as you breathe in, filling your belly, ribs, and lungs all the way to the top. Strong exhale all the way out through your nose. One more time, just like that. Your hands still on your knees. Round your spine, bringing your gaze towards your navel. And inhale as you lift your hands towards your hips, lifting your gaze up towards the ceiling. Draw your shoulder blades together. Exhale as you round your spine, hands towards your knees. Coming into seated cat. Inhale, lift your gaze, bring your hands towards your hips. Exhale, hands towards your knees, round your spine. Inhale, hands to your hips. And releasing your arms down. From here, draw your arms up high overhead, arms up overhead. Maybe drawing your pinkies in, thumbs out. We're going to draw the elbows down, lift your gaze, cactus your arms, really draw your shoulder blades together, spread your fingertips wide. Inhale, bring your gaze forward, arms overhead. Exhale, draw your elbows down, lift your gaze. 2 more times. Inhale, lift your arms, gaze comes forward. Exhale, spread your fingertips wide, elbows come down, chest is lifted. Inhale, lift. Exhale, draw your arms down. And gently rise back up. From here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab that choice of weights. I'm actually going to go a little bit lower here. Grab your choice of weights, one weight in each hand. From here, we're coming back to that same exercise, arms overhead. Bend your elbows, spread your fingertips wide if you can, otherwise hold on to that weight. Inhale, lift. Exhale, draw your hands down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, if you have your legs crossed, go ahead and switch the direction. If your soles of your feet are together, just hold them there. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, lift. Gaze comes forward. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. 2 more. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. Last one. All right, we're actually going to hold the elbows down, bring your gaze back forward, palms are facing away from you. From here, draw your elbows parallel, and open. Draw your elbows in, and open. You're sitting tall. The crown of your head is up towards the ceiling, drawing your elbows towards one another parallel, just making that 11 with your forearms, and then opening up. Keep it going. 2 more, and then we'll switch our legs. If they're crossed, if the soles of the feet together, just hold them there. If you like, you can switch. Elbows wide, draw them in, and open. Draw them in, and open. Sculpting those shoulders here. Opening up your hips by letting your knees fall open, whether you're sitting on that block, pillow, or book, or just sitting on the floor. 2 more. Last one. On next one, I want you to hold the arms forward from here, palms facing in. We're going to extend and bend. Elbows extend, bend to 90. Extend, bend to 90. Keep it going. Two more, and then we'll switch our legs. All right, hold the elbows bent. If you like, switching your feet. All right, arms extend and bend. Extend and bend. We have one more move after this with the weights. Then we're going to switch to that strap, towel, or band. That's it. Give me 4 more. Last 3. 2 more. Stay with it. I know those shoulders are on fire. Keep your shoulders pulled down from your ears. Hold the arms extended, palms facing in. We're going to open to a T and close. Open to a T. If your body's starting to shake, that is okay. That is what we're aiming for. Arms open out to a T. Draw the arms back out in front, directly in front of your same shoulder. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. All right, hold the arms forward, switch those feet. All right, give me 10 more. And open. Keep it going. Arms open. Arms closed. Keep it going. 5 more. All right, set those weights down. Set them off to the side. You're still on that block. Grab that strap. We're just going to roll the shoulders up and down. They're nice and warmed up now, and then roll them forward. All right, grab that strap. We're going to hold it in a wide stance, so wider than your shoulders, almost like we're going to have a V stance. So from here, palms are towards your knees. We're going to lift the arms up overhead. If you can, bring them slightly back and then forward. Slow and controlled. Lift. Maybe bring them overhead. Maybe just bringing them forward to your forehead, to your shoulders, and then tapping down. If you'd like to deepen that shoulder stretch, draw your arms up overhead. Don't force it. 2 more, and then we're going to switch those legs. One more. Release your down. Go ahead and set your opposite foot in front. Hands back to your knees. Lift and lower. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Remember, that lift is up to you. Think slow and controlled. Really pulling that, I almost said block, that strap or whatever you're using in lieu of a strap apart. Keep it going. 3 more. Think slow and controlled. That's it. Keep it going. All right, give me one more. On the next one, we're gonna hold those arms overhead. Now we're gonna fire up that core. I want you to go over to the right, rise back up, over to the left, rise back up. So how far you rock to one side or the other is based on your hip mobility, based on your core flexors. Keep it going. Those arms can be out in front slightly, maybe overhead, maybe in front of your forearm. All right, give me one more on each side. Maybe noticing how one side might feel different than the other. Once you get there, rise back up, slow and controlled. You're using your core here, switching out your feet. Now we're gonna start to the left side, over to the left, rise back up, trying to keep your hips in contact with that block, that pillow, that book, or that floor. Just side to side. As you rock, bringing one hand closer down towards the floor, one bicep towards your ear. Actively keep that top shoulder stacked over your bottom. Core is engaged. We're gonna stretch the shoulders and the chest here in just a moment, still with that strap. Very nice. Give me one more on each side. Use those abs. Keep your knees and your hips intact to the floor. All right, rise back up. We're gonna come to cow face. So bring your right arm overhead and then grabbing that strap with your left hand. It's gonna look different for everyone. So your right elbow is high, your left hand is up. Maybe your fingertips can touch, or you can use that strap. So you're just gonna be pulling the strap in opposite directions. Whoop. And again, your feet can be crisscross in any direction. Here, it does not matter how the feet are. Maybe pulling that bottom hand closer up towards the top or up towards that strap. Maybe bringing your top hand closer down. You want to lessen that distance between the strap. We're gonna hold it here, holding and breathing. Maybe pull your right elbow back. Lift your chest, lift the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. Okay, release it down. Now we have the other side. All right, with the strap in your left hand, or what you're using in lieu of a strap, bring it behind, in your left hand, behind your back, and then bring your right hand up that strap or what you're using. This side I'm always less flexible, if you want to call it. So from here, your left hand is down towards your glutes, your right hand is up towards your shoulder blade, and you want to actively stretch the left fingertips down and then inch your right fingertips up. Maybe your fingertips can touch, maybe they just come close. I have a little tail here, I'm trying to sit on it. Just holding and breathing. Really sitting up nice and tall, pretending that my knees are drawn out wide, soles of my feet to touch, or butterfly open, or crisscross applesauce. Hold it for one more breath. Deep inhale, filling your belly all the way to the top, and full exhale. Releasing that strap off to the side. We'll use it towards the end for a stretch. Let's go ahead and find our tabletop position. You can set that block off to the side as well if you were using one. All right, we're gonna come back to those cat and cow. So your wrists are under your shoulders, knees are under your hips, tuck your toes, lift your gaze, hammock your belly down, deep inhale. Exhale as you round your spine. We're already nice and warm, we're just doing it here in tabletop. Tuck your toes, lift your gaze, hammock your belly, round your spine. One more time through. All right, from here, we're gonna stretch out those wrists. We're gonna tip just the right fingers and then lower, just the right fingers, lift and lower. 3 more, lift and lower. 2 more. Last one. And lower. Now to the left side. Tempt your left fingers. And lower. Just tempt. And lower. Keep it going. Did Lucy come too? Alright, tempting both the fingers, lifting up and lower. Just 4 more. Tempt to lift and lower. 3 more. 2 more. Just on the bed. Alright, releasing down. Draw your right elbow wide. Deep inhale. Exhale, tap your right elbow to your left wrist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. 3 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lift. This time, reach your right hand all the way under and through. Full thread the needle. Maybe releasing your right ear or cheek to the floor or to a block. Holding and breathing. On your exhale, inhale with a straight arm up high towards the ceiling. Release it back down to the floor. Draw your left elbow wide, tuck it behind your head. Exhale, tap your left elbow to your right wrist. Inhale, lift. 4 more. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lift. Exhale, reach your left arm all the way under and through as long and straight as you can. Maybe releasing your left ear or cheek onto the floor. Hips are high. Holding and breathing. Alright, tuck your toes. Come back. Reach your left arm high. Exhale, reach your left hand down. We're going to bring those weights to the top of our mat. I'm going to use both. Just so I have them there so I can have options. We'll also want 1 or 2 blocks in front. Tuck your toes, bring your hands up, palm print forward, lift your hips up, come into our first downward facing dog. Pedal your heels 1 at a time. Bumping your hips side to side. Lower both your heels, lift them high, lower them over to the right side. Inhale, lift, lower them over to the left side. Inhale, lift. From here, lift your right leg high, 3-legged dog. Bend your right knee, stack your hips, so you're opening up your hip. A point flex, circle out your right ankle. Straighten out your hips, square your hips, facing down towards the floor. From here, draw your right knee toward your left elbow. Tuck it in, draw it over to the right, back to the left, kick it straight back. Draw your right knee to your right elbow, tuck it in, draw it over to the left side, back to the right side, kick it straight back. Draw your knee in towards your nose. We're going to hold it here, round your spine, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stepping your right foot down between your palms. So we're going to start with a high lunge. Get my notes right here. We're going to pivot your back left toes to a 45 degree. We're going to rise up, coming into warrior 2, legs rising up. Holding here, deep bend into that front right knee. Holding and breathing. We're going to hinge forward for 3 and rise. Maintain that bend in your front right knee. 2 more. Last one on this one. Hold the hinge forward. Place that block on the inside of your right foot. Grab one weight between your palms, and from here, pull your navel into your spine, flat back. We're going to roll up. Maintain that bend in your front right knee. Hinge forward. Rise up. Hinge forward. Warrior 1. With a good morning. Keep it going. Hinging forward. And rise. Still going. All right, on the next one, hold it forward. We're going to straighten that front right leg. So now we're going to come into pyramid. Same thing, rise up. So both legs are straight now. Hinge forward. Rise up. It does not matter how deep you go. You want to keep your hips square. But think about drawing your right hip back, left hip forward, rise up. Give me 2 more. Last one. Hold that hinge forward. I'm just going to pivot to you guys so you can see my feet are still at that angle. So my left toes are at 45. My right foot is straight. You can place that block to the outside of your right foot with that weight inside of your right foot with your left hand. From here, we're just going to do a straight arm lift and lower to that 90-degree lift and lower. That's it. Lift and lower. 3 more. Really firing up those shoulders today. 1 more. All right, with your left arm down by your right leg, you can place that block still, placing your hand on that block. Give me a narrow row and release. Just left arm is moving, row and release. So your legs are straight. That left foot is still at that 45-degree angle. Your right foot is in front. You can always come down to that back left knee if you'd like. Row and release. Keep it going. Give me 2 more. 1 more. All right, on the next one, hold that elbow bent, palm is facing in. Kick it back, tricep extend and bend. That's it. Slow and controlled. We're not going for speed on here. Try to keep your left elbow close in towards your left hip. We're going to bend to that front right knee very soon, I promise. Keep it going. Gaze is down in front of your right toes. Give me 3 more. 2 more. Last one. All right, release that weight back down. Plant that block in front of your right foot. Now we're going to hinge forward, bending into that right knee. We're going to lift that left leg. We're going to bend into that left knee behind your right outer right knee, and then kick it back. Shiva squat. Bend and kick. Bend and kick. Maybe point through your left toes. Keep it going. Continuing to breathe in and out through your nose, keeping that heat within your body. Give me 3 more. And kick. 2 more. And kick. 1 more. All right, come back to your tabletop. Release your knees down. Back to your tabletop. Bump your hips side to side. Maybe coming to some barrel rolls or bringing your hands a palm print forward, pressing your hips towards your wrists, back down towards your heels. And of course, what you do in one direction, repeat in the opposite direction. All right, with your hands already forward, tuck your toes, lift your hips, coming back to our downward facing dog. From here, we have a mini flow before we come back into the opposite side. We got plenty of time. Hold your hips high, bend your knees coming into power dog. So your knees and your shins are hovering. Press forward to high plank, press back to down dog. Power dog, heels lifted, biceps to your ears. Press forward, high plank. Lift it high. Maintain that connection with your biceps and your ears. Press it forward. Lift up. Bend your knees. Press it forward. Give me 5 more. Hips high. Bend the knees. Power dog. Press forward. 4 more. Lift. Bend the knees. High plank. Down dog. Bend the knees. Power dog. High plank. Press up. 2 more. Last one. Hold it in your power dog. From here, tap your right knee to your right elbow. Step it back. Left knee, left elbow. Step it back. 2 more each side. Right knee, step it back. Left knee. 1 more. Right side, step it back. Left side. Come back to that power dog. Press forward to your high plank. From here, tap it out. You got 10 and 9. Alternate left and right. That's 6, 5, 4 more, 3, last 2, and 1. Press it up. All right, now we're going to do the exact same thing with the left leg and the right arm. Lift your left leg high. 3-legged dog. Bend your left knee. Stack your hip. Maybe circle out your left toes. Square out your hips. Kick that left leg straight back. Flex your toes. Draw your left knee to your right elbow. Hold that connection. Draw it over to the left. Back to the right. Kick it back. Left knee to left elbow. Hold the connection. Tap to the right. Back to the left. Kick it straight back. Hold your knee to your nose. Holding and breathing for 3, 2, and 1. Step it in between your palms. Place that block inside your right foot. Ground your left leg down. Maintain that bend in your front left knee. Rise up. Warrior 1. You can adjust your stance if you need to. Bring that right leg closer or further back. With that bend in your left knee. Hinge forward. You got 3. And rise. 2. And rise. On the last one, hold the hinge forward. Grab that same weight you used last time. Bring it between your palms. Get nice and cozy here. We're going to rise up, flat back. Right leg is straight, left leg is bent. Hinge forward. And rise. That left heel is into the floor. Your right toes are at a 45-degree angle. Left toes forward. Hinge forward. Where your body hinges, your gaze follows, so don't strain your neck. Looking from one side to the next or holding it out in front. On the next one, hold it forward. Straighten that left leg. Find that pyramid pose with a flat back still. Rise up and forward. Rise up and forward. Squeeze your glutes. Left hip back, right hip forward. Holding it here in that pyramid pose. Single weight between your palms. Elbows remain wide. That's it. Give me 2 more. Last one. All right, hold that hinge forward. Place that block to the outside of your left foot. With that left leg straight, bring that weight inside your right foot bring that weight in your right hand to the inside of your left foot. There you go, I got it. All right, straight arm, raise out to the right shoulder. Bring it back down. Side lift and lower. Side lift. You can place your left hand on that block outside your left foot. You can bring it to your hip, the top of your left thigh. Avoid putting pressure on your left knee. If you want to add more heat to your core, you can also hover that left arm forward. Give me 2 more. 1 more. All right, release that right hand down. Row it up, palm facing in. And release. Slow and controlled. Roll up. Row it down. Narrow row. And release. Keeping your navel pulled into your spine. Roll up. And release. As you row that right arm up towards the ceiling, keep that elbow tucked in towards your body. Palms facing in. You're trying to draw your palm towards your rib cage. Row it up and release. Give me 2 more. Then we have those tricep extends and bends. All right, on the next one, hold that elbow high. From here, palm stays facing in. Extend and bend. Keep that right elbow high. Extend and bend. Remember, left hip back, right hip forward. But don't lean into that left side. So that block is just there to assist you. Your gaze is a few toes or feet in front of your left foot. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. All right, release that weight down. Come onto your knees. Come back to that tabletop. We're gonna bump it side to side, keeping those hips symmetrical. If you did it on the other side, and if you want to do it on this side, you can come back to those barrel roll, bringing your hands up, palm print forward, drawing your hips towards your wrist, down to one side, hips towards your heels, up the opposite side. And of course, what you do in one direction, just reverse, do it in the opposite. All right, coming back to that tabletop position. We're gonna have a seat. You can have a seat on your block. We're gonna come to Malasana, wide-legged sit with one weight in each hand. So again, you can have a seat on that block. High setting, medium setting, low setting. Your feet are wider than your hips. Your knees are tracking out over your toes, so don't come to a knock-knee position. That's really gonna hurt your knees. Keep your knees nice and wide. You can always walk your feet further if that's more comfortable for you, or walk them further out, if that's more comfortable for you. With one weight in each hand, staying up nice and tall on that block or on the floor or hovering, we have 10 bicep curls. And release. We're keeping those hips nice and open just as we did when we first started. Curl it up and release. That's it, 5 more. 4 more. Stay it nice and tall, crown of your head towards the ceiling as if someone's pulling you with a string. That's it, 2 more. Full extend, full bend. All right, on your next extension, bring those palms facing in, hammer curl. You've got 10. And release. Full bend, bringing those thumbs to the same shoulder and extend. You can always adjust your weights if you need to. Just make sure those knees are tracking out over your toes. So do not let those knees come in towards one another. You're halfway, 5 more. Keep it going, grounding through your feet, sitting on a block or hovering in space. Keep it going, 2 more. Last one. All right, release your palms down. We have candlestick curls, so draw your wrists out towards the inside edge of your knees. So you're in that W candlestick curl. Full extend, full bend, 7 more. Keep it going. We're gonna come onto our bum after this to fire up that core. 4 more. Last 3. 2 more. And 1 more. All right, really sit down. You can remove that block off to the side, coming down onto the floor, grabbing one heavy weight between your palms. You can also do lighter, or you can do 2 weights from here. We're gonna find a boat pose. I want you to lift those legs. You can also always lower your legs. If your feet are planted, it's gonna be the opposite. So as we extend, you're just gonna do the same thing, extending, but you're gonna plant your feet back to the floor versus hovering. So if you can, shins hovering, knees are bent, roll back, try to bring your waistband closer towards the mat. Elbows are wide, weight between your palms. Extend the right leg, tuck it in, extend, tuck it in. Try not to move that upper body. So as you extend that right leg, your heel, your thigh, everything is hovering. Give me 2 more on this side. 1 more, and then you guessed it, we're switching sides. Right leg is straight, right leg is still, left leg extends and bends. Elbows are wide. As you extend that leg, don't let your upper body roll back. That makes it easier. Keep everything completely still. If you're rolling back, I want you to stay just where you rolled back, as far back as you did. Hold the knees towards one another. From here, they can have a little bit of space. We're going to extend both the legs, draw them in, extend, draw them in, 8 more. I know it burns. Keep it going, extend, back in. 5 more. Yes, you can. Maybe point through your toes, maybe relax your toes, maybe flex your toes. 3 more. Keeping your upper body completely still if you can. That's it, very nice. 1 more after this. Very nice. All right, plant your feet. Maybe hug yourself into a tight little ball. Few options here. You can plant your feet. You can extend your legs long, whichever is your preference. So with the weight between your palms, we're going to roll back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll all the way back. Once you get down to the floor, lift the weight overhead. Draw it, tap your thumbs. Lift it back overhead. Draw your weight in toward your chest. Rolling up. Use your upper abs here. Rolling up for 10. Keep it going. I won't count the full time. But don't worry, I am still counting. Just not out loud. Slow and controlled. Once you get there, rise all the way up. Extend that weight. Tuck it back in. Weight to your chest. Roll back using your lower abs. Roll 1 vertebrae at a time, slow and controlled. Waistband comes down. Middle back. Upper back. Try to keep your soles of your feet or the back side of your legs intact with the floor the entire time. Lift the weight overhead. Tap it over your shoulders. Lift it back up. Draw the weight in one more time. Roll up, slow and controlled. Upper abs here. Keep it going. You've got it. That weight should help you. Slow and controlled. Crown of your head pulling up. Once you get there, press it forward. Draw the elbows back in. Last time, things slower, more controlled. Lower back, middle back, upper back. Feet are planted. Rolling all the way back. All right, from here, grab the second weight, 1 weight in each hand. Your legs are bent. From here, you have a chest press with a glute bridge. Press it up and release. You're barely tapping your hips down before pressing back up. And we're not doing a full bridge or wheel, just a glute bridge. So just lifting your hips and then lowering and tapping. Maybe 5 more. And 4. That's 3. 2 more. Last one, hold it up high. Bring your palms facing in. From here, give me a neutral press and release. So your knuckles are up towards the ceiling. Arms overhead. As you draw the weights back in towards your chest, your elbows are tracking outward. Hips are high. 2 more. Last one. Hold the weights overhead. Weights are still together. Press your knees out. You've got 10 and 9. Squeeze your glutes. 8. 7 more. Stay with it. You've got it. You're halfway there. Hips are higher. 4. 3. Last 2. And 1. Lower the hips down with the weight still overhead. Palms are touching. Extend your legs long. We have 10 leg lifts and lowers. 10. And by 10, I mean 1 lift, then lower is 1. Keep it going. Your heels are not tapping that floor, so you want to come down to a low hover. The lower you lower your legs, the more challenging it is. So option to come at any degree angle, no matter how low your heels come. I want your lower back zipped to the floor. Not any bit of space can be seen through your lower back in that floor. 2 more. Last one. All right. Once your feet touch the floor, bend your knees. Draw the weights off to the side. From here, cross your right ankle over your left knee. Flex your right foot and then gently press your right knee down towards the floor. Curl into a ball. Grab the back side of your left thigh. You can also use a strap here, maybe bringing your shoulders back down to the floor. Maybe straighten and bend that left leg. Releasing that left foot back to the floor, still keeping that connection with your right heel and your left thigh. Hands by your side or cactus your arms. We're going to tap that left knee down. Come back to center, tapping the right knee down. Back to center. So your shoulders are planted towards the floor. Come back to center, release that connection, right foot's on the floor, flex your left toes and draw your left heel on top of your right thigh, gently pressing your left knee away from your chest. And then curl yourself into a ball as you grab the back side of your right thigh with your hands or a strap. Maybe releasing your shoulders onto the floor, deepening that stretch. You can point, flex, circle out your right ankle, straighten and bend that right knee. Your left toes remain flexed to protect your left knee. Hold that right knee bent. Release your right foot on the floor. Unbind your hands or that strap. Cactus your arms, or you can straighten your arms down by your hips. Release your right knee down to the floor. Come back to center. Left knee. Come back to center. Shoulders stay grounded here. Rocking side to side. That's it. One more on each side. Come back to center. Tuck both knees in towards your chest. Screw yourself into a tiny ball, grabbing the back side of your thighs or your shins, wrists or opposite elbows. You can cross your ankles or keep them straight. We're going to rock and roll ourselves a few times along our spine. Before coming up to a seated position, grab that strap again. We're going to use that for our arm stretch. Right arm overhead, release that strap, just dangling behind you, coming back to cow face, arms right arm up, left arm down. Opening up your chest, your shoulders, maybe circling out your neck here. Come back to center, switching sides. That strap is in your left hand, left arm overhead. Grabbing the strap from the bottom side with your right hand, coming into opposite cow face arms. Maybe circle out your neck. And then releasing that strap off to the side. Big inhale, arms overhead. Hands to heart center. Fantastic work today. This was Yoga Sculpt. Thank you all so very much for joining me. Hope to